This is my RC collection at the moment. So Racetrack xmod has all-wheel drive, mom with 25 ESC, brushless ESC, Dean's connectors with a Gens Ace 800 mAh 2-cell battery, 27 MHz FM radio, mom with 6800 motor in the back. It has a balloon on it because it would always slip out from under the mount, so it does have all-wheel drive. It is really fast. It's hard to keep on the ground. Duratrax mini quake, 1/18th scale. It has a mom at 25 ESC. It's pretty much standard what I use for 18th scale and 16th and smaller. Dean's connectors, 27 MHz Trinity FM radio or receiver. Trinity 4400 brushless motor. It's pretty fast, I guess, 35 miles an hour. Standard duratrax servo that came with it. The battery is this Trinity 1400 7.2 volt battery. I use this in this truck and the Trinity Truggy for after the lithium battery started ballooning. Has aluminum knuckles all around. Spur is currently stripped out, but I can still run it a little bit without dumping it at least. The aluminum CV shaft snapped from the torque of the motor, so it only has rear wheel drive right now. Actually 3, but it doesn't spin because there's no load on the other side. Let's take a look at the Trinity Truggy. It has nothing in it besides a servo. Very small but fast servo. Stock tires, stock basically everything. It did have a Mamba 8000 kV in it, but the magnet inside of the motor just cracked right in half. This Truggy has so many problems. Suspension is very stiff. It sits really low in the front, at least. Spur is stripped out because I got a Mama 6800 after the 8000 broke, and it just stripped it right out. So the 6800 is in the xmod. The battery that came with it was a Trinity 1350 mAh Light Pro 3-cell. It ballooned after about 3 months. CVs in it, well, at least the outdrive on the inside right there, broke from all the torque. It is very adjustable though, like all suspension, camber links, racing, tie rods, ride heights, suspension stiffness, everything basically. Trinity did make a copy of this. The Trinity Monster Beetle, 16 scale brushless. Same exact thing, except motor, battery, and the chassis. The chassis is plastic on that, but everything else is exactly the same. Even the tires are the same. Very hard tires. This carbon fiber upper mount, support, I guess, and the battery cover, battery strap. Adjustable battery sizes, I guess. 4-wheel drive was 4-wheel drive. Yeah, I've had so many problems with this thing. $230, and it broke like every other day. Here is my conversion. Some of you have been wondering what is under the hood of this thing. Here it is. Easier on 5.5 turn brushless motor, 540 size, 6000 kV. Gens Ace 6000, 6000 mAh 2-cell saddle pack, 2S3P. 3 single cells inside each pack. There's a Hobby Wing 60 amp SL brushless ESC with a cooling fan on it, and a FlySky 2.4 gig receiver. Also, I put in an EXI 111 ounce high torque servo. It is decent power for the application. Dean's connectors, standard basically. One thing I do not like about this is the saddle pack where you have to wire it. Just a bunch of excess wire everywhere. Radio is a FSGT2 2.4 gig radio. Very long range. It's pretty good for the price. It's only $20. Spurs pinion is gone because it can never stay on the shaft. It just flies right off. It is one of the press-on ones, where you just press it on the rotor and it never stayed on. This truck lasts at least 40 minutes on a single charge. I'm not kidding you. Motor mount I made myself out of 1/8 inch aluminum plate that I bought at Tractor Supply. Some machining screws, and it's adjustable back for different meshes and stuff. It does have a brake. Unlike the Mama's never brake for some reason. This does at least 35 miles an hour. If you watch my my run of this truck, you can see it. It's my third latest update, or third latest video, I think, before the last one I put up. So go check it out, see if you like it. So this did approximately 35 miles an hour, lasted 40 minutes at least. That, with the 8000, did 57 miles an hour. And lasted about 13 minutes. It's a 3-cell 1300 mAh LiPo battery. It was a nightmare to try to keep on the ground. It was constantly doing wheelies, flipping over, doing cartwheels down the road. Just uncontrollable. That does about 30 miles an hour with that Vintage IB 1400. It does do wheelies now that it's only 2-wheel drive. Those tires really stick to the asphalt. Now, the xmod. The most uncontrollable RC I've ever used. I had it out at the tennis court, and I couldn't give it half throttle without completely going out of control. It'd sit there spinning circles at half throttle. Like, really, really fast circles. It's not like crappy burnout crap. And that was at half. So when I just gave it, the first spur, it just ate it apart. Like, half of it was gone. Now, a 4-wheel drive, I think the front, the back red plastic gear is just eaten apart or something, because the kind of skips out. Oh well. I will fix it later. So yeah, I'm trying to get rid of that. If anyone wants it. If anyone wants to buy it, at least. Oh, and here's the old engine for this. It's a Hobbies Tower ABC 15 engine, purple head on it. It was decent when I was running on Traxxas fuel, and then when I switched to O'Donnell, it just ruined it. It gummed up, it got really, really, really slow, had no low-end power, and it would cut out about three-quarter throttle, it just cut out. Very crappy engine. At least with O'Donnell it is. It's not a racing engine. So yeah. Not bad for $170 roughly I spent on this thing. Plus the $230 on it was brand new, but it's not bad at all. It's worth it. This has roughly $500 into it. Replacement parts, optional parts, new stuff, replacing broken parts. It's ridiculous how pricey that was. Their parts, duratrax parts, they kept breaking. Every A-arm, upper A-arm that I've had broke. Not these though. I fixed these with, well, I drilled out the broken parts, put a nail inside the broken parts to hold it together, and super glued it together. It should take a little bit more. All the bumpers, well, front bumper, back bumper broken off. Not replacing those. The antenna tube is in a different spot to fit. When I ran a 3-cell LiPo, I had to modify it. This has roughly $300 to $350 into it. Got a brand. I had to buy 2 LiPos because the first one ballooned up, the second one ballooned up. The motor is in that now. The 8000 broke, so I had to buy 6800, so about $350 into that, and about $400 into this. And this is by far the best one. It has not broken. Had it. This is my oldest RC too. I've had it for roughly 5 years, I think. All the A-arms are fine, all the toe-ends are fine. The only thing that's ever broken was the battery box broke off and the body posts. That's pretty much what normally breaks. Otherwise, nothing else is broken. Well, and a tooth chipped off an old spur that I had on this, but then I just replaced it. Otherwise, nothing is broken on it at all. It is built very, very well. And it's had its crashes too. 30 miles an hour into a curb. It's not crappy, it's very durable. Very worth the money for converting it. Tell me what you guys think about everything that I have here. If anyone wants that or that, make me an offer. Or that. That still runs, but it's not very good at all. So, yeah, make me an offer if you want.